Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one and a requested one. We're going to see, do they miss you? And this is the person who is on your mind. In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different number and color. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can send me your questions through email and then choose a payment option through Linktree. All that information is in the description box in YouTube, or you can find it in the community tab. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so do they miss you? Okay, so it's coming across that something happened that dramatically shifted this connection between you and the person on your mind. And I just feel like, they went through a whirlwind of emotions. Like one minute they felt like this connection was going one way, and then the next minute it's going another way. And I just feel like, their emotions were all over the place, like really intense with the Tower and the Chariot reversed. I just feel like this person, they felt like their whole world got flipped upside down all of a sudden. And they ended up going into like full protection mode. And I see the disconnect between you guys. But it's kind of like no matter how much lack of communication you two have and distance between you, I still see a very like connectedness and wondering about each other. Like, how are you? Like, how did I go from talking to this person every day and telling them everything that's going on to not being able to at all? Like, I feel like that really crushed them. And I feel like not only do they still miss you, it's like they never stopped missing you. And I just get this feeling of feeling like on top of the world one minute and then not the next. Just nothing feeling quite right in their life. In fact, the song that's coming to me now is like the Backstreet Boys song. Empty spaces fill me up with holes without you. And like when he's like, I tried to go on like I never knew you. I'm awake, but my world is half asleep. I pray for this heart to be unbroken, for without you all I'm going to be is incomplete. Okay, so yeah, I feel like with the 6 of Swords reversed, this person is still holding on. They still haven't completely moved on, even if they're seeing somebody new. It just has this feeling of like, this is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, and even an attempt to try to move on. But I feel like it only makes them miss you more. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into, does this person miss you, and like what's exactly on their mind? We have, I'm afraid I don't measure up. Okay, so there's a part of them that feels like, were they even like enough in this connection? I don't like when I see that because I feel like everybody is enough, But it's like what came up for them, like this hoping they measure up. Like they see you as that much of a catch. And we have, there is no escaping you. Everything reminds me of you. Yeah, like I feel like they would like go out in public and see people that look like you and do a double take, or like the car that you drive, or just like certain songs would play, and it brought them back to the feelings of when you two were together. You're so beautiful. Yeah, they feel like you guys were like the Queen of Cups, okay? And if you're a guy, the King of Cups, just beautiful inside as well as outside. Your words and actions have more of an impact than you know. Okay. So with that, it's like, I feel like you two might have gotten into it and there might have been something that you said that really cut deep. I feel like something hurt their ego, basically. Okay. So they might have a bit of pride, and that might be the reason too that they're like, well, I'm just going to go my own way now. even though they don't want to. Then we have we might be too different. Okay, that message is going to go for a select few of you where you'll already know if that resonates. And for the rest of you, that won't be for you. But for some of you, you and this person, like when you got practical about this connection, you realize like, oh, like we might be too opposite. We might come from two totally different worlds. And if this does resonate, the reason's going to be different for all of you. So for some of you, it might be an age gap, or it might be a religious, spiritual difference, or something about your beliefs, okay, that you feel like could be a deal breaker. Then we have this is why I back off. Again, that's only going to go for those of you that this does resonate, that you two do feel like we are really different. We don't know if that's too big of a deal or not. That could be like why one minute you two were like connected and then the next minute you're not, because, you know, this person doesn't know, like, should we be catching feelings? Like, is this even practical? But then we have like, regardless of all that, you are a bright spot in my life. Okay. Like this person feels totally lit. Like they just shine when they're around you, when they think of you, when you two are talking. I feel like you two just bring out the best of each other. And they don't get that with just anybody else. So you guys are like this unique gem to this person that they don't want to lose. Then we have the best times of my life were with you. Okay. Yeah. And all this yellow is coming through. Makes me think of the sun card. Okay. Like the most optimistic card in the tarot. So it's like this person, I just get them like beaming, like I said, like shining and feeling like symbolically, you guys are like a lighthouse to this person. Like it doesn't matter how many obstacles or how stormy, metaphorically speaking, their life would feel like that lighthouse, that constant reminder that, hey, you know, like things are going to be okay and you're going to get through this, as well as, again, just shining brightly, you know, doing your thing, whatever it is that you're passionate about, just being who you are. And it's like, how does it get better than that, you know? So that's amazing. And that also makes sense why that Backstreet Boys song came through, because, you know, to feel this lit up and like you're shining and on top of the world, and then not to have that dramatic shift is what makes them feel like, I'm trying to move on without you, but nothing feels right. Then we have, when did things get complicated between us? Yeah, like one minute they felt like everything was fine, and then the next minute like nothing was right with the shift. So they go over that in their mind, wondering like what went wrong? How can we make things right? They say, I feel so connected to you even when we're not together. So yeah, I was picking up on that. Regardless of the shift, regardless of what was said, regardless of the distance between you guys, this person still feels connected. So yeah, they miss you. And we have, I'm addicted to you. Yeah, like I said, like they didn't get that vibe, that energy from just anybody else, you know, that feeling of being on top of the world. We have, you light up my world like nobody else. Yeah, there's so much yellow here, okay? And that is exactly like the energy and aura that comes through for your guys' connection. It's just like the sun, you know? It's just you guys, you both just shine so brightly with each other. And it just felt magical to this person, like something that they've never experienced before. So yeah, group one, I definitely see that they still miss you. Okay, group number one, this is what I see for you. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to give it a like. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, email me your questions and choose a payment option in Linktree. All of that information is in the description box in YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye. Hey, group number two. Okay, so do they miss you? All right, so it's coming across that you and this person on your mind had definite like magnetic attraction to each other, like this intense, unspoken like connection and chemistry, and just like super mutual is what I'm getting, but super on the low as well. Okay, so it's coming across that, and this is the current energy coming through whenever you hear this because it's timeless, but that for some reason this person like put a halt to this going anywhere, okay? And it's leaving you guys like confused and in the dark and like thinking, was it in your head? Okay. And what I'm getting is it definitely wasn't in your head, but they're definitely putting a halt to this connection for some reason. Okay, it's like there's an obstacle in your guys' way. And yeah, with the 8 of Wands reversed, that's the biggest action card in the deck reversed. It's just coming across like they're like, like basically like a stop sign might as well be in this reading. They're like, we're not going any further. Not currently. Could change, but that's the current energy. But okay, so with the Hangman though, I always get the impression with this card that like it's got this feeling of like whoever's wondering and the person they're wondering about, like they want to move forward, but they feel like at this point, typically they don't see like a way. So they're like surrendering, okay, to something higher and really just trying to go with what is right now. Kind of it's got this feeling of like if it's meant to be, it'll be. In fact, that song's like hitting me right now. So you both kind of have this vibe of like, if this connection is meant to be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. Ride with it, see where this thing goes. Okay, so like you both kind of are like currently feel like kind of suspended in air. Okay, so like the Hangman card, you both feel like you're like suspended in air right now, not sure like which way you're gonna go, what's gonna happen, but at the same time you're like trusting in the unfolding and trusting that, you know, if this is meant to be, it's gonna happen, even if I don't logically see a way. And if it's not, then I'll just trust that what is meant to be will then happen, you know, like it'll make itself known then that it's not meant to be and I can finally move on, is like the feeling I get with this. Okay, so initially the Star card was reversed, which is actually signifying kind of a lack of hope as far as this connection goes. But I felt like putting it upright. When I saw the 10 of Cups, I'm like, So even though like things can appear to be going one way 1 minute, I get this feeling of like a shift possibly in the works for you and this person, like when you least expect it. It's like really, the cards are like currently calling you guys to really let go though. Let go of the outcome, let go of this connection even energetically for now, like surrender that nothing is happening currently. Then it's like it's got its best chance of shifting if it's meant to be, is like what's coming through here. Because the 10 of Cups is there, which is like, you know, one of the most positive outcome cards. But, you know, we also have strength here. So it is calling for you to have strength and patience, okay? And really, truly letting go of, I got to have this. I got to have this outcome. I got to have this person. You know, whatever you think you got to have. It's saying let go of that, you know, be whole and complete with yourself. Not that you guys aren't doing that. I feel like you are, okay? People who watch these videos, pretty self-aware, self-realized. They are always, you know, working on themselves, bettering themselves. But you do want somebody too, but it's just saying like, don't make that the center though of your world. Okay. Make yourself the center, make your goals your center. Let go and see like what happens from a detached point of view. Easier said than done, but that's what's coming through here. So as far as the missing you goes, yeah, they definitely miss you. Okay. Like they're kind of playing the same thing as you, whether you realize it or not. Like a part of them is like, I logically don't see how, but I'm still holding on to that bit of hope that things can shift, you know, while doing my own thing and getting right with myself. Okay. So let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into, do they miss you and what's going on in their mind? Okay, we have we'll meet again someday. Okay, so that's like when the person's like acknowledging like right now isn't the time. Okay, and this is the current energy the cards are picking up on whenever you hear this video because it's timeless. But that doesn't mean it's not going to change, okay? Like I was saying earlier, like it definitely could shift when you least expect it. But yeah, this is like saying, this is like somebody that's like, yeah, you're definitely somebody I see myself with. I can't make that happen right now, but I definitely see it down the line. Okay, it's like they have faith that you two will be meant to be. We have your life is such an adventure. Okay, so they just get this vibe from you guys that you live life to the fullest. And, you know, they think you're interesting. Your life's interesting, like what they know about it or what they project onto you. Or maybe they see your social media and they're like, I get them wanting to be like a part of that adventure with you. That's like sweet to see, group 2. They say I'm going through a rough time. Okay, I feel like that's in their life. Like, yes, it's about not being with you. There's like a lot going on in this person's life right now. So they're like trying to keep their head above water, so to speak, and just like, just keep on keeping on, basically. This is a strong person, though, okay, that you're wondering about. So, like, I see them like persevering. It's just like I said, like they've got a lot going on. They're juggling a lot right now. We have I want to be the one. Yeah. So, okay, so this card is like, I want to be the one you're giving your loving. I want to be the one you're kissing and hugging. I want to be the one you dream of at night. Let me be the one. Yeah, so they want to be the one for you, is what I'm getting. That's when they allow themselves to daydream and fantasize about what you two could be. And then funny, this card flew out right after, and I was like, interesting, because in the lyrics, he definitely says like he wants to kiss you. This person's definitely wanting to kiss you guys. Okay. Then we have, but I wonder if this is practical. Okay, and it's interesting. This definitely shows the dynamic of this person. Okay, they are ruled by logic, and they're like when they allow themselves to daydream, fantasize about you too, like they just like go all out. Like songs remind them of you. They just get so like, it's such a crush feeling. But then that logical mind comes back and they're like, wait though, is this practical? Like, what am I thinking, And the reason for that is going to be different for all of you, but those of you that chose this group and it resonates, you know what that is. Then we have, but no one, I feel like saying a but with this card, but no one makes me feel the way you do. And that alone is the reason that they keep on with this crush fantasy that they have with you. We have, do you feel the same? Ooh, they want to know. Like a part of them feels like you do, and then another part of them isn't sure, so it keeps them at the edge of their seat. And they're like, either way, I feel so drawn to you, but I want to know, like, do you feel this too? I know, you guys are probably like, what? Really? Like, they don't show it. This person has mastered the poker face, okay? Yeah. Okay, because I get the vibe some of you work with this person. That could be the obstacle. But either way, they're like a professional and they're just like good at keeping things on the low, even though I'm getting all this intense emotion underneath it. Okay. And like I've said, like energy doesn't lie. That's the part of you both that know that you're both feeling this connection. Then they have, what would you do if I told you this? Okay. So they are super curious. Like, you guys keep them guessing. Okay, so as much as this person's hard to read, you're hard to read. Okay, so yeah, they're really curious about that. Then we have, this is too risky. See how this person goes back and forth in their mind? Like 1 minute, they're like all about this connection. They're like, I've never felt this way. I wonder if you feel the same way. Like, got total star card and 10 of cups energy of like, wow, we could really be something amazing, like an elevated couple where anything is possible. And then it's like all of a sudden reality hits them and they're like, ooh, but is this practical? It's too risky. Like maybe someday. And then we have, I'm not ready to tell you how I feel, right? But I see, this is why you guys have that back and forth vibes. This is like the dynamic that they go through. Then we have, we should let sleeping dogs lie. So that's the part of them that just wants to jump ship from this whole idea altogether. And then I'm going to make a move towards you. And that's the part of them that gets all passionate and bold and like, yeah, this is worth it. This is worth any boat that it might rock. Okay. And that's the card that this ends with. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you guys could let go of this energetically and just like do your own thing, it's like it has its best chance of shifting. And it very well could. Like the cards do show like a positive outcome. But yeah, group 2, they definitely miss you guys. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. If you ever have any questions and would like to book a personal reading with me, you can anytime by emailing me your questions and choosing a payment option on Linktree. All that information is in the description box in YouTube. Okay, thank you all so much for being here. Bye. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so do they miss you? Okay, so we start off with 2 air cards coming through strong here. So it's possible you and this person are both air signs. Either way, that's like what your connection is ruled by is what I'm seeing. Okay, so we got 2 intellectual people who are both kind of just playing it cool right now, not really communicating. And if you are, I don't feel like either one of you are really getting to what it is that you want, like what the point of even that messaging or talking is. So it's interesting, and I'm getting a lot of observing and keeping things on the low right now. Kind of like there's a definite mirroring going on between you two, okay? So it's almost like you both feel like at this point, like if this is what you want, like I should be hearing from you. So you both kind of feel like you are owed that. That's interesting. So that's kind of why I feel like neither one of you really makes a move. Also, this is interesting. Okay, I've never gotten this, but I feel like you two both are really like stylish people in your own way. Like just looking at both of them in their jeans and like wearing their black and his black and white is just really standing out to me. So I feel like you guys are a lot alike. You both are like intelligent, stylish people. But anyway, there's a bit of pride going on here though. Okay, I'm seeing that. But the blue is also really standing out to me. So it's highlighting like the throat chakra. And I feel like communication is definitely what's needed here, but not just any communication, like honest communication for you two to be able to take off with this, like the birds. That is so interesting. I've never gotten that with these. I don't know if I've ever gotten these 2 cards next to each other on a spread. So this feels like a powerful start to this reading. This person definitely misses you though. We have the 6 of Cups here. This felt like you both had such a soul recognition when you met each other, okay? And if you believe in past lives, I feel like you two were definitely together in a past life. But either way, you two it felt like home when you were with each other, is what I'm getting strongly. And it's almost got that feeling of like it'd be a shame to let pride get in the way of such a powerful connection. That's often like that can happen though with powerful connections. So it's just like both people have to be extra aware of that and mind when dealing with each other if this is what they really want. And yeah, it's just kind of like you both kind of have this current energy of kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Okay. With her like wanting to surf out into the water, but not in this card. That's like your guys' energy. You want to dive into this connection, but you're kind of just chilling on the shore right now, kind of waiting, seeing, are you going to hear from them? They're doing the same thing with you. And we have this, okay, 7 of Swords. And then I had to clarify that with the 10 of Pentacles. So I'm getting the impression that this person almost has this feeling of like, are you ready to settle down? Okay. And for some of you, this could be reversed. This could be you wondering about them. That's what initially came through. That's interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further in do they miss you? And what exactly is going on in their mind? We have I'm so tempted by you. Interesting. They have such like this is a definite passionate person, and they're like, I just feel like they want like this rendezvous with you even if you two aren't like together. Yeah, that's coming through. Don't get me wrong, they want more, but that's hustle coming through. Ooh, then we have you're a man eater. Okay, so with that, what I'm getting is that this person knows you're a catch. They know you get attention. They assume you get hit up a lot, or maybe they know that. Maybe they've seen it on your phone, okay? And under your pics or post, okay? I'm just getting like, they're like, wow, they would not want me spilling the tea on this, but they're like, they can get a little intimidated by the attention that you get, okay? And they think like, what if all of a sudden you just shifted and were like, oh, I want to go with this person all of a sudden? Because you have such like, you can be choosy because you have a lot of options. Don't get me wrong. This person knows they're a catch too, but every now and then, being human, they can get insecure and like in their head, especially with this air dominating them, be like, ooh, Yeah, and if you're a guy watching this, okay, we'll just say like, player, even though I'm not saying like you're a player, but they feel like you get hit up a lot, you get a lot of attention, and they don't want all of a sudden you to be interested in somebody else that hits you up. They say you're everything I've ever wanted in a person, I feel like saying real talk after that. Like this person's being like, they feel like they dreamt you up. They manifested you. Okay. They didn't know a person like you existed. And when you showed up in their life, they were like, wow, like I've never met anyone like you. This is who I want through thick or thin. Okay. And I feel like you guys have been through the ringer. So this is interesting. I want you. Okay. They're making it bold and clear through here. So if they're not, when messaging you, I feel like that's the downfall here. Is this kind of honesty would actually help you guys take off. Yep. We have heart-to-heart convo. That's exactly what was coming through when I saw these cards and all the blue. But it would have to be an honest heart-to-heart convo. So the pride would have to be let go of. Then we have mirroring. That's what I was tapping into. You two are a definite mirror to each other. You're both got this vibe of like, no, if this is what they want, I'll hear from them. It's their turn, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The pride and the mirroring. That's where it gets you, though. Both of you are thinking the same thing, so no one does anything. We have I want to marry you. Like this person's like not kidding. Like they're like, if this is what you want to, like I will go all the way with this connection because you are everything they want in a person. And they're sure about that. They're just not sure if you're on that level though with commitment. That is definitely also coming through here with these two cards. And then we have, do you feel the same? That's what I'm saying. So they feel like it's like a risky connection because they're not sure and they don't want to get hurt again. And that's why they feel like you're the one. They feel like they need to hear from you if this is what you want. We have, I want you to want me. They want this to be mutual more than anything. We have, you're so hot. That's what I'm saying. There's that passionate side of this person. They can't help themselves. They're like, oh my gosh, you're such a baddie. You're such a hottie. I'm so attracted to you. See all this pink? This is like the fiery energy coming through. So even though they come across like an air sign, they definitely have a very passionate, fiery side to them as well. I get such a thrill. They're also a bit of a thrill seeker and they think you are a thrill. You excite them. You keep them wondering, you keep them guessing. You're intriguing to this person. They don't know what to expect with you. Just when they think they can get a read on you or they know where this is going, they don't have a clue. Or what you're going to do. Then we have, you don't want my heart, you just want attention. They don't, okay, so even though the lyric is on my card, they don't necessarily, they're not saying that as a statement. They're hoping that's not true, but that is something they're wondering though in their mind. Like I said, like they do wonder, like, is this what you want too? If they found that you were 100% ready to commit, this person would definitely want eventually to marry you is what I'm getting at. And we have too much is at stake for me to pursue this. Yeah, when this person starts getting in their head, they're like, they do want to jump ship. All of a sudden they're like, no, you're not ready. I don't want to get hurt again. Even if that's not true. And then we have, how can we make things right? So that's the part of this person that's still has hope and still thinks, no, but what if you do want this too? Then we can make it work. It must have been love, but it's over now. That's the part of them that's trying to face reality as it is, not as they want it to be. And they're like, I should just move on. That would be what's practical, especially with not hearing from you or neither one of you communicating what it is that you really want. There is something about you and that's what keeps them holding on. They're like, yeah, but you're like this person that I feel like I manifested into my life and our connection is so amazing that I don't want to let that go. So then they say I would low-key risk it all. Like they would take the gamble to be with you again. But they really hope deep down this is what you want. So yeah, group number 3, they definitely miss you. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. If you have any questions and would like to book a personal reading with me, you can anytime. email me your questions and choose a payment option on Linktree. All of that information is in the description box in YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys.